right. That should be better. Now we should actually be live. Test, test. There we go. What is up, you guys? It's your boy Rob, Hollow Avarice, back again with some gaming goodness. Today we're here for... Ooh. No, don't want to change that. A little bit of everything. Sorry, I was having some tech trouble. We're back today with a whole bunch of gaming stuff. Before I dive in, there's a couple things I wanted to react to. Obviously, the big one. Huge Genshin fan. If you've been here before, you know that. Yesterday, behind the scenes, to Snezhnaya and the future. Last time we had a behind the scenes from Genshin was when we did the tease of Nodcry. Talking all about Nodcry's story. So obviously very excited about that. Without further ado, I'm going to swap over here. And... why does this keep swapping? There we go. Oh, yeah. All right. Without further ado, we're going to check out the new Genshin trailer for Snezhnaya. Very, very, very excited for this. It's about 20 minutes long. Here we go. Turn this up a bit. I'm so excited for Snezhnaya. Since 1.0, I've been curious about Snezhnaya. We're concerned the travelers might not know much about Nodcry. The Nodcry program, yep.
跟大家分享了一些诺德卡莱的简单创作思路。不过比起诺德卡莱，我觉得大家对于至东的了解
We've been hearing about Snezhnaya since 1.0.
至东是冰的国度，语言中的大本营，冒险家协会总部的所在地。
Headquarters of the Adventurers Guild.
尤其是在空月之歌版本的这一年中，相信旅行者已经充分感受到，提瓦特世界的局势目前可以说是暗流。
Everything
那相信
ties together
下一
in
个目的地
Snezhnaya.
至东的旅行也充满期待了。 所以同事们找我来
Meeting the rest of the Fatui.
我起初是有点困惑的，感觉大家早就认识过至东了。就是说，比起前瞻特别节目，现在这里算是一个前瞻。
A special program for the special program.
这个期盼已久的新国家，我们还有哪些可以和大家聊一聊的话题？
至东这个国家，明面上是对我们过去提瓦特七国旅行的一个线性的延伸。
Yep.
但实际上呢，玩家的需求它并不是线性的。 而是一直在升级，一直在渴望有新的、更有创意的设计。所以我们要做的其实是既要保持原神这个作品
maintain familiarity and immersion， OK，
让旅行成为生活的一部分，又要不断的去尝试这种新鲜的、令人惊喜的体验方式，让这种旅行可以沉淀情绪持续的去具备意义。这个事情说起来很轻松但实际做的过程当中还是有不少。 需要推敲的地方的，所以今天我们就聊一聊这里面的门道。
Okay. Oh my God, that's beautiful. The train, is that the Belisar Palace? Oh, this is gorgeous. I'm gonna.
早年的至东
Look at that, a train. Or maybe are we gonna take a train to Snezhnaya? That would be dope. And again, it looks more like one contiguous landmass. I didn't want the same archipelago style that we had in Nodcry. It was cool, but I want a landmass to explore. It looks so regal and... It looks like a snowland empire.
早年的至东如果要给它提炼出一种
If we were asked to sketch out a profile of Snezhnaya, it would have been portrayed as sinister and highly threatening.
强的这样一个形象出场。
Yeah. Of them, we know... Well, technically, Signora was from Mondstadt. Child Tartaglia is from Snezhnaya.
然而6年过去了，旅行者们慢慢意识到，至东这个国家它有着自己对于命运的一个抗争路线。
Another world, but technically, Conria, but technically, Fontaine, same with Marionette.
在很多场合下，它体现出了一种对其他势力的排他性，甚至可以说在七国之中。 至东是那个站在抗争命运最前线、最主动、最坚定的一个国家，
一个想要与天理和命运抗争的国度。 他肯定要具备与之匹配的实力。而至东确实是具备这样实力。
Again, all of the factions have the same goal: the Traveler, the Abyss Order, and the Fatui, and they're going about it in very different
强大的
ways.
工业与科技实力。除了这些大家比较熟悉的内容，在至东本土还有着一个历史悠
The
久、
Snowland
实力
Fae.
强大而又神秘的种族——妖精。我们在诺德卡莱见过的伙伴菲林斯、利奈亚，都属于这一古老的种族。
Yep.
而他们的诞生最早可以追溯到古国亥珀波瑞亚。
Ties back
这
to
个国家的诞生与
Hyperborea,
毁灭
the Golden
其实都和天
City. Yep.
天使、降临者有着千丝万缕的联系。他们之间的故事，
Are we gonna get the story of the
少
Voyager?
量提及的，比如双月之子收藏的中北岛歌集，
Yep, yep,
也
yep,
就是
yep.
被玩
Read
家
all
们
this.
戏称为罗德卡
Loved
莱
it.
的日月前世。而在至东上面提到的这些势力，他们之间的过去和未来，还会被进一步的揭示。
大家都知道啊，从1.0版本开始，至东就在为某个神秘
Snezhnaya
的
has
目的
been pursuing a
派遣严
mysterious
重的执行官啊，前往
agenda.
各国去收集神之心。
The culmination of the No Sea storyline is going to be
以
great.
外啊，至东已经收集到了其余的6枚神之心。
So we're probably going to get a
并且比较
Natland
有
patch
意
at
思的
some
一个点啊
point.，
就是大家都知道，这其中有不少国家的神明各自出于一些理由，把自己的神之心啊，以一个很小的代价
Are
交
we
给
going
了
to get
至
more
东的
about
使者。
Heaven Star?
那我们也看到社区里有很多旅行者非常积极的去
The
讨
Heat
论
handed
这
over
些神
two
明背
No
后的考量
Seas.
啊。对于这些神明而言，就好像是让至东
Nuvalet
女
handed
皇
over
拿到
one.
自己的神之心啊，是一个对提瓦特更有利的选择。那这背后的原因呢，也会在至东这一年向大家讲述清楚。
原神有一个重要的设计原则，就是既需要有亲切感，又需要有奇幻感。比起1比1的还原某个现实的国
Instead
家
of
或
the
者地区，
one-to-one
我们
recreation
会
of
选
any
择提
place,
炼
we
来
take
自不同
elements
背
from
景
different
而且又
cultures.
彼此联系的各种
I know
文化
it's
要素
it's largely
用一
based
种
on
思想的方式
classical
重
Russian,
新组合在一起。
but
大体上，至东是处于一个比较冷的、极寒的这种自然环境下的，它类似于现实生活当中的
taking
东欧，
inspiration from
还有
Eastern
近北极
Europe
圈地区。
and regions near the
那这
Arctic
个地方的
Circle.
家园啊，其实是人们在冰雪的夹缝当中，通过火焰和钢铁开辟出来的。因此，我们也化用了不少现实世界当中对应地区的这个
Drawn
文
upon
明特征。
unique cultural
但是在此
traits.
基础上呢，针对这些现实的人文痕迹，我们其实也做了很多提瓦特自己特有的
Good
奇幻的演绎啊。比如说到这个雪国至东啊，那
We
旅行
talk
者可
about
能就会想
Snezhnaya
到一
as
部经典的电
Might
影，
think of the
叫
classic
雪国
film
列车
Snowpiercer, my
或者说
man.
一个游戏系列作品叫做地铁或者叫 Metro。
The
那这
Metro
就是一种
series,
动土地区特
awesome,
有的工业和人文符号。
and industrial
那
aesthetic.
有没有一种可能啊，就是原神当中这个列车的车厢，它本身也可以是一种人文的呈现呢？比方说它可以拿来用作营地，甚至拿来去搭一个剧院，对吧？有点像是在废弃工坊里面搭设的那
The
个
art
北京的
district is
798，
established within an
也可
abandoned
能像是《生化
factory.
危机》当中
A
从
police
博
station
物
in
馆
Resident
改
Evil
造
is
来的这个
converted
警
from
察
a
局。
museum.
那这种人文要素跟
Interesting
实际的用途之间的一种交错感，那在我们看来也会构成一种比较有意思的设计。
提到列车，在游戏中它通常被视为一种载具，但在如此大规模的地图里面，载具应当遵循怎样的运行规
What
则？
operating rules
车
should
厢
they
内部的
follow?
空间又能承载哪些玩法？或者说它的定位可不可以不只是移动工具？这些都是我们在设计阶段需要反复讨论和探索的问题。在枫丹，我们曾设计过巡轨船，
Back in Fontaine,
由
we
于船
introduced
体
the
规模较
Aquabus.
小，运行在相对简
Similar
单的
but
轨道系
smaller.
统中，主要关注质心的稳定性和基础转向的
So
移
they
动系
use
统。
that as a basis for
但
this
像
new
火车
train
这样由多
system.
个车厢组成的复杂结构体，在几何结构和运动模拟上的处理就要复杂得多。在联机环境下，状态同步和角色交互的设计难度也会显著提升。
Oh,
于是
I
为了
didn't
保证整体的真实感，
state
不同轨道之间
synchronization
的交
in
互策略
multiplayer
车
and
辆与
co-op.
环境之间的交互，以及车厢内外之间的场景切换，都是需要系统性梳理和深入研究的课题。当然，对于以上这些问题，大家永远都可以相信原神的技术团队，我们基本都已经解决得差不多了。
那不仅是风景啊，音乐其实也是大家非常关注的一部分。
Yep,
那
music
至
is
东
so
的文化原
important.
型呢，就包含了有古典交响乐，其中还有承载了一些国家漫
Very
长抗争史的
solemn,
严肃
weighty
音乐，
pieces that
以及
reflect
还
the
有一
history
些
of
广
long
泛分布
struggle,
于斯拉夫各
folk
国的
music
这个
and
民
across
乐。
Slavic
那在
cultures.
过去啊
Cool
，Coil Mix 的小伙伴已经努力的给旅行者们重现过有巴洛克，还有古典主义的曲风，而在至东呢，旅行者或许还能够听到宏大深沉的现代主义，还有一些奇幻如魔法般的浪漫主义作品。
Yeah, what will they be able to do
至东的
there?
玩法，这个话题肯定基哥有更多可以讲。我注意到了一件事，我们这些年对外的宣传， 都宣称自己是开放世界冒险游戏，但实际上用开放世界这4个字拿来定义原神有点狭隘了。比如什么叫开放世界？地图做得大，角色跑得快，内容堆得多，算开放吗？我觉得这些都太过片面了。原神的本质乐趣应该是不同维度的元素化玩法，相互叠加、相互作用，在地图里率性的探索，和怪物战斗，了解 NPC 的故事，各种简单直观但是代入感很强的体验，都可以根据旅行者的需要自由实现。我们觉得这才是原神玩法最有趣的地方。
要我用一个词来定义原神的玩法概念的话，我觉得应该是交互吧。我们用尽可能精简的交互行为，足够明确的交互协议，去呈现了很多丰富有趣的交互反馈。有一个冷知识，就是原神的元素反应以及各种移动模组的这个设计，是早在我们的策略对抗和数值规划之前就已经确立好的。所以他们的初衷其实都是为了玩法交互去提供一些原子化的、符合直觉的、容易理解的这个协议框架。就比如说，我手上有个火元素，我拿去碰一下水元素，是不是会冒烟？拿去碰一下草元素，是不是会烧起来？前面有座山，这个山看上去呢不算高，那是不是可以爬上去？那爬上去之后呢，山上有个鸟窝，鸟窝里能掏出几个禽蛋，那这些蛋是不是可以拿来做菜？旅行者其实是在诸如此类的这种尝试和验证当中不断的去积累一种简单的快乐，然后呢，潜移默化去理解这个游戏后续的玩法当中需要用到的知识。我们在前期其实花了有1年多的时间努力的让这种根源性质的乐趣，
And I'd say this succeeded on that. It's a very technically competent game.
模块上，让它去贯穿有生态、人文、战斗和探索这几个领域。原神的世界在玩法层面的这种立体感和鲜活感，其实是建立在这些比较细腻乃至于很琐碎的这种小乐趣上面的。
原子化玩法其实是一种不可再生资源，就是所谓的做一块少一块。那到了第6年，设计上可以突破的空间也就越来越小，对于我们概念设计能力的要求也就越来越高了。比如说冰元素，我们可以赋予它封存的概念。那如果它封存了能量，它就可以看作是某种电池；那它封存了记忆，那就可以看作某种信息存储和在线的介质。当然，策划的脑洞肯定比我说的还要夸张。那比如说万一冰元素封存了某种古代禁忌的力量或者概念，那旅行者可以借用某些手段呢，激活这些力量或者概念来获得一些收益。这个好像说的有点多了。用策划的专业术语来说，就是预期大家能够通过相似的交互协议，让统一的交互行为呈现更丰富的结果。
在过去的旅途当中大家遇到的大部分的敌人其实都是那种各自为战，他们之间呢也没有太多配合。那至东的愚人众，既然在设计上它是一个高度组织化、军事化的一个势力，那么它应该在战斗当中呢，也应该是有分工配合、互相掩护的。
more enemy support.
我们也尝试让敌人的行为更加的有组织纪律了。一方面呢去增加一些生动性，另外一方面呢也能提供一些有趣的对抗策略。
利用元素反应或者利用单个元素的特性，是原神一直以来非常重要的玩法。在至东的战斗中，
As for battles in Snezhnaya, players can expect new ways to make use of cryo,
让它不只能够触发元素反应，
triggering
还
elemental
能够破坏、
reactions.
碎裂，甚至改变战场地形，影响敌人的行动路线。这意味着战斗不只发生在怪物和角色之间，而是发生在怪物、角色以及整个环境之间。
至东的很多玩法设计会围绕
Much
着
of our design
超
revolves
越
around the
规则
theme of surpassing the
来做。
rules.
那这个主题一方面指的是原神本身比如说一些元素反应会在这个版本有全新的演绎他们甚至在至东地区的探索和剧情当中都起到了重要的作用。另一方面呢，也是指我们团队正在探索和超越现在这个原神的可能性就比如说旅行者他作为
That's a new costume for the traveler.
它可以
Those are new traveler
在特殊的
costumes.
区域里体验到一套和
Oh my god. Oh, that's awesome. They both look so
原
good.
本截然不同的新
They
玩法
both look really
大家
good.
可以尽情的想象只有降临者能够做到的事可能会比当初大家见到在枫丹的
Oh, that was another one over there on the left. That's a different one. Again, it's like a
降临者能够
almost
做到的
looks
事
leeway.
可能会比当初大家见到在枫丹的那种水下体验还要更加意
More
外
with it,
吧。
surprisingly, the underwater exploration in Fontaine.
我们上线已经是 2020年的事情。
Launched back in 2020。
时至今日啊，可能在很多玩家的眼里啊，《原神》已经是一个老游戏了。那玩游戏一定要赶时髦嘛，要玩最新的嘛，这是人之常情。所以我们在创作更多内容的同时，也会关注如今的玩家喜欢什么东西。就让大家感知到《原神》其实是在与时俱进的。
You seem to enjoy brain rot. We're gonna put brain rot in.
通过一些简单的天赋设计来反映了角色自身的身份、职业和性格特点。到了罗德卡莱这一年我们让角色们和世界有了更多的这种生态人文性质的互动。而接下来呢，在至东这个版本，我们就会去尝试让一个角色的身份特色在游戏里得到更多的体现。就比如说如果说有一个角色他的职业是比方说歌手那在原神里面，我们不仅能够观赏到一个歌手的演出体验到这个歌手他华丽的技能表现甚至是不是可以通过某种可以游玩的方式在游戏内听到他哼唱各种动听的歌曲。
我们看到很多玩家非常在意原神的画面和渲染效果。
Will you expand that for previous characters?
这些年大家
That sounds
设备的
awesome.
升级换代，未来我们会在新角色身上做重大的视觉升级，在保留原神原有的风格的前提下，让游戏内的角色呈现更加具有高级感。届时大家会有非常明显的视觉
Leap in visual quality, particularly for upcoming characters. What about old characters? Luke still looks like Dookie. Come on.
我们做内部测试的时候，有同学就惊呼：“哇，这把我干哪儿？这还
Am I
是
still playing Genshin Impact?
但是话又说回来，作为一款卡通渲染风格
As
的
a
游
cell
戏，
shaded game, it
许多
keeps the
光影
timeless
效果和
quality.
纹
Yeah.
理细节都是我们美术同学手
Art,
工
hand
调写，
painting,
甚
lighting
至手
effects,
工
and
绘制完成。
textures.
如果盲目向写实风格的游戏作品看齐，
If we were
冒
blindly
着
to
对
choose
细节
realism,
加
rather
精
than
度，
stacking up details
会
and
导致
increasing
游戏画
resolution,
面
visuals
显
could
得
become
杂乱，
cluttered and
失
lose
去
their
视
sense
觉
of
焦点，
focus. Yeah.
也不够温暖和梦幻，破坏沉浸感。而且贸然大幅升级，往往意味着放弃低端乃至中端配置的玩家，其
Yeah.
实是不合理的。毕竟我们不能为
We just lost the PS4 the other day. The PS4's down.
了一
No
厢
more
情愿的
Genshin on
追求
PS4.
不顾大多数玩家的游戏体验。
原神以往的演出和玩法，它大体上都是分开的。那大家只能体验到演出有进步，却很难去玩到这个生动的玩法。所以这几年我们一直致力于让游玩和演出的部分融合到一
The
块。
boss fight against
就比如说5.3 版本的这个古斯托特的 BOSS 战，还有月之4版本的这个博士的
Oh, the battle
还有
against
月之5
the
版
Torre
本的
was
这个
peak.
法尔加的地脉战等等等等。那在至东的这一年我们会让更多的游戏内容尽可能的就具备上述这几场战斗这种演出般的效果。
Large scale battle in
不仅如
Act
此
4
我们还会
of
统一一部分
Natlan,
NPC 和怪物的行为。
Varka's story
举例来
quest
讲比如说有些他巡逻的卫兵
against
会加
Roland
入
and
一些
his
突发
army.
的
Yeah.
战斗。那有一些被击败的敌人呢，他也
Patrolling
有可能
guards
解
may
锁
join
隐
the
藏的剧
battle.
情。在至东旅行者还会获得一种妙妙工具不同于过去这种比较单一的小道具功能，
Well,
这个
the
东
loot
西
does
会
look much
赋予
better.
旅行者去改造我们环境的能力甚至可以跟其他的旅行者去通过某些方式改造我们环境的能力甚至可以跟其他的旅行者去通过某些方式共享
Be
这种
shared
改
with
造的
other
效果，
players.
就让大家能够按照自己的想法去体验和优化原神的世界。
It's cool to get these overview looks, but I want something a little more focused.
不对，这期我是不是看过去年我是不是也在这个问题上想了一下，感觉有点诡异。是我玩原神
Many players feel after playing Genshin
我
for
就是为了看到
years,
至东完结
they're simply here to witness the
但是
conclusion in
完
Snezhnaya.
结这个词
The word
其实
conclusion
很
itself
伤
carries
感
a sense of
它意味着
melancholy.
就是读者对
It
于作
represents
者
the player's
迄今为止
recognition of
的
everything
作
we've
品的认可
created.
但是呢，它同时又封印了这个
It
作品
feels like it seals
未
away
来
all
一切的
future
可能性。
possibilities for the work. Well, we
我
still
们都
got
知道
Conria,
伟
we
大
still
的
got
故事女巫
Celestia.
对吧？野猪公主的作者希木
The
兰卡
story
的
which
缔造
the
者
Boar Princess
小杜林的母
M.
亲魔女 M 对吧？安德斯多特女士她曾经在剧情里说过一句话，叫做
My
每个
greatest regret
故
is the
事
story I
最大
write
的
has
遗
come to
憾
an end in the first
便是要有
place.
一个结局。那对于我或者说对于我们团队以及很多旅行者而言，我觉得原神它已经不是一个故事了，
No
原
longer
神
a
它其
story,
实
it's
是
become a
生
part of
活
our
的一部
lives.
分。那至少我是没有办法想象说这部分生活从我的
Oh,
世
that
界
mini
当中
Duran figure
被
is so
剥离
cute.
开所以大家可以放心就我们既不会去强行的给这个故事画上一个莫名其妙的句号，也不会说为了一个很功利的理由强行给他一个
That is huge. We will not force a ending to the story. That's huge. We will not rush towards a forced or inexplicable ending, nor extend it purely for commercial reasons. Huge. If true, huge. This journey carries its own meaning. I agree. I feel I've been playing again since 1.0. I feel like this has become one of the most impactful stories for me in my life.
积极的去和来自世界各地的游戏设计一线的很多前辈们去交流我们就发现所有的经典的游戏作品大家其实都有类似的困难。那遇到困难的时候呢，解决的方案也都是事必躬亲。比如说《最终幻想7》重置版，那它的故事内容非常的丰富，所以团队花了非常大的力气，让每一部作品入坑的玩家都可以很快速的理解剧情，能够上手。死亡搁浅2，它的地图比较错综复杂，那其实是
We know their team at Kojima last year, yeah.
一遍一遍的跑自己的游戏地图，然后呢，让团队逐个的去把这些地图调整至车辆可行，最终实现了一个玩家用载具的时候，在任何一个地形都可以畅通无阻的行驶的这样一种自然的体验。那有的前辈呢，他为了多平台性能的考量，放弃了使用内存负担非常大的这种商用的扫描素材，就带着自己的团队纯手工去调整了很多写实风格的雪山和溪流。那诸如此类的一些例子就是当我们知道在产品进化的这个道路上，我们跟世界顶尖团队的这个路径其实比较类似的时候，就突然变得比较有信心了。
而从至东开始，原神的进化要开始加速了。这种加速会在未来某些节点兑现，并且如原神提瓦特篇上线时一样，我们为这个行业带来了一些重要的想法参考和思路改变。我们有能力在2020年给这个世界带来惊喜，那么在5年后、10年后、20年后，我们仍然有这个能力做到。我们始终相信，一个真正打动人的作品，从来不是靠一时的风潮。原神能走到今天，靠的是一群人日复一日的坚持与创新，和千万旅行者们一路走来的陪伴。IP 之所以能成为 IP， 靠的是高品质的内容设计，与长时间的持续产出。在至东，我们将继续秉承这样的理念，把更多激动人心的想象，变成玩家可见、可玩、可感的全新体验。
Snezhnaya 2026 8/12 August 12th? Is that August 12th? Snezhnaya 2026 8/12. If so, that's earlier than I expected. We know the next patch will be Lohan, Nicole, and Prune. And then there was that one silhouette, the one last character spot that was a mystery. Are we only going to get 2 more patches before the end of Snezhnaya? That's possible, and if so, that's wild. That's it. Not a lot on Snezhnaya, but some thoughts on their philosophies moving forward, which I appreciate. I'm intrigued, because we really only got that one look. Huh. It looks like high cliffs, tracks over frozen seas, beautiful skies. So this is going to drastically escalate the story. That seems cool. I'm intrigued. We're probably going to get the way they use cryo is probably going to affect the new way to control the land that they said, integrating characters more into the story, but also into making the characters all feel more unique and personable, seems like really cool. Like how they started to do that in Not Cry, like Lauma interacting with animals, or Yehoda and Nefer getting information from people, Flynn's reading the lanterns and the spirits within them of the Light Keepers. I like that concept a lot. I'm intrigued to see how that's incorporated going forward. Again, my wish is for the coolness not to be power crept. And I know it runs counter to them to kind of like go back and redo every character, because we truly have so many characters now. But I think that would be worthwhile, you know? I think that would be kind of important. This was awesome. I really liked this. Again, it wasn't the most look ahead at what's been going on. It was a very behind the scenes, talking more about their design philosophy than anything else. I would have appreciated a little more look into Snezhnaya, but I guess it is still a little too early for that. We probably have, maybe at the end of the next live stream, we'll get a tease, like we did with Natlan. Because, let's see. Genshin. So this was, we're in Luna 6 right now. Right? Which is... So 6.0 was Luna 1. 6.2... Or 6.1 was Luna 2. 6.3 was Luna 4. Wait. Yeah. So we're in 6.7 right now. Right? My brain is bad. So 6.0 was Luna 1. 6.1 6.2 6.3, which I think was the peak of Genshin storytelling. 6.4. So we're in 6.5. Nicole and them will come out in 6.6. I think we might do 6.6 and 6.7 and then move on. I think that's distinctly possible. In 4 months, about 2 months per patch. Right? A little, yeah. A little under 2 months per patch. Because the event schedule, this... It ends in mid-May. Right? It was beginning of April to mid-May. It was about, what, so a little over a month? About a month and a half? So in the 3 months it'll take to get to August, I could see there being 2 more patches. I could see this being 6.6 and this July to August being 6.7. Right? like middle of May to end of June. Then all of July to the beginning of August is 6.7. And then Snezhnaya. So we might not get a 0.8 patch for the first time ever. 0.8 is usually the summer event. Golden Archipelago, Bottle Land, Simulanka. So there might not be anything like that. Intriguing. I don't hate it because I'm excited for more stories. And again, I fully believe we are getting Nicole, Lohan, Plum in the upcoming patch. That would be 6.6. So 6.7, I fully believe we're getting Marionette. I'm intrigued. Hold up, I want to see this. Let's type Snezhnaya. I want to see if people have posted anything about this. Obviously, a lot of reactions. Major 7.0 teasers. Surprising reveals. Cat with a blue hat. Stuff we missed. The train seems massive. If there's furniture inside the train, I think the train's going to be... The car's door size will be enough for any character to enter or exit. Cool. A smooth transition for entering and exiting the train. Again, I'm on board. The smoke coming out of the engine. The engine is completely sealed. It's powered by something else. Steam? Yeah. Maybe by the melt reaction? Almost all things worked on the Numawisa reaction. Snezhnaya probably has its own form of energy, which makes it the fourth region with unique energy mechanics. Phlogiston in Natlan and Kuvaki in Nadkrai, yeah. Right? Numawisa is just a breakdown of Hydro to its positive and negative attributes. Phlogiston is primordial energy, and Kuvaki is Columbina's life energy, the moon energy scattered over Nadkrai in the past. In this video, devs hinted that the trains will be used for more than transportation. Beyond the city, I think it will, yeah, wrap around all of Snezhnaya, so you can maybe take a train around. Probably our fastest mode of transport in Snezhnaya. Variations of train cars. We'll be able to customize the train. That would be cool. A Serenity teapot in the form of a train. There's some more footage of the train. And that was like a train station. That's awesome, yeah. Oh, they have a bongo head right there on their table, sorry. Will we become the train's driver? Maybe? I don't know about that. That seems... The devs mentioned multiple tracks and trains, so perhaps this won't be the case. A huge glacier on the north side, yep. A cliff of ice. Perhaps there's something equivalent to the sheer cold of Dragon's Fight. I hope not. That was not a beloved mechanic. Maybe in certain areas. Independent, like a small village, yeah. What'd I say? Like Springvale and Mondstadt. There don't seem to be any flowing rivers in Snezhnaya. We could can see frozen lakes in the scene around the tracks. People can freeze outside if they don't keep moving. We know that every village seems to be built around a fire. There's a little torch right here. Directly to my left, you see this little like pillar of flame and smoke. That could be this village's torch, I believe they were called. Something interactive in the engine room. Maybe. I did notice the auroras. An aurora borealis. They could be part of the false sky or perhaps not. We saw them in Arlecchino's animated short. And yeah, we saw them in A Winter Night's Palazzo above the palace before it was frozen. Will we see the frozen palace? Will we find Lothfelder's coffin? How cool would that be? City is fortified with huge walls. I'm so curious about the more we know. That's very likely Snezhnaya, the capital of Snezhnaya. Zapoljarny Palace where the Tsaritsa is. I'm becoming more and more curious about the Tsaritsa. Another big building, perhaps the Fatui headquarters? Maybe, or it could be the government offices, which are run by the Rooster. The Fatui have their own fortress named Glupev near Snezhnaya. Oh, maybe. Could be Northland Bank. Oh, it seems to have the Adventurer Guild's emblem. A little bit. A central repository for the Guild's data. That's where all the Catherines come from. A repository of Catherine's memory, yeah. Burning towers. Oh, you think those are the torches, right? That was the one I just pointed out. Kresnik's torch. What did I just say? I agree, I fully think so. A form of heating technology. And villages and towns were built around the torches. On second thought, could this be where the Snezhnaya village we saw in the Temple of Space is located? Maybe. Finally, we saw what looks to be an outfit for the traveler. It could be a special outfit related to the Descender status. There's an earpiece on their right ear. Could it be something similar to the Akasha in Sumeru? Has the Tsaritsa prepared a task for a Descender who will wear that outfit? We can see other concepts for the traveler. Oh, that... Hold up. This is Lumine in, like... This looks like casual wear. Lumine in a big puffy sweater and him in, like, a fur-lined jacket ether. Although these outfits are bangers. I really like these outfits. Give us an outfit based on every region. The two mountains of Fontaine in the background. Mount Essus, right? Well, we've still never been to. Snezhnaya is very likely located northeast of Nodkrai. Okay. Snezhnaya exists north of Fontaine and west of Mondstadt. Or northwest of Mondstadt. Other than this, the devs also plan to make Snezhnaya much more dynamic. NPCs that can fight will decide to join you in fights when they can. A gadget that can reshape the open world environment. That sounds cool. Again, there's nothing really that I missed. The torches I did, but I noticed them eventually. You may leave notes or tools in the open world to help other people solve environmental puzzles faster. I don't care about other people, I care about me. Meh. All right. Again, I think it's coming August 12th. That's kind of huge. Very exciting. Regardless, it's very exciting news. I can't wait for more Genshin stuff. We're about halfway through the current patch. Yeah, so the event starts tomorrow. I said I'm going to play the Genshin event on May 1st. So next Friday, I'm going to do the entirety of the Nodcry event. And then it ends, we'll probably on the, I would assume on the 8th, get the new live stream, would be my guess. Because the 15th seems like it's too close to the end of the patch for the Luna 8 live stream, which would be 6.7. You know what I mean. So I think on 8, that's when we're getting the new update. On May 8th. I'm excited. Can't wait for more.